What is up, FA Nation? Welcome on in to the Thursday show, the best show of the week. Let's be real. Of the YouTube shows, Thursday, 1 o'clock, start sit show. We got football tonight. Got Howard Bender here, Andrew Cooper. The family's been in the house. Looks like some comments coming in since 12:30 today. Does it get any better than that, Bender? Does it get
It
any
does
better?
not get any better than that. I always love it, man. I mean, listen, obviously, those who are paying attention right now, fantasy football, heightened anxiety. It's week 10 already. I can't believe we're already in week 10. That's the I think that's the scariest part about it is how fast this season's gone by. But listen, man, everybody needs a win right now. Everybody's getting desperate to make sure that they lock in those playoff spots. Right? Like the most anxiety for me that I'm hearing are the people who are fighting for the playoff spot and the people who are fighting for the bye week.
Yes.
Right? The people who are in the middle there, right? If you're like, 6-3 right now, 7-2, and you're just like, yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm enjoying this. And, I love the ride and can't wait for the playoffs to get started. Everybody else is all like anxiety ridden.
I'll tell you, man. And this is a time of year where I see a huge mistake being made by a lot of people is not fighting tooth and nail for that bye week. There are some people that this time of year they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm 8-1. I'm not going to start I'm just going to start my defense on bye. If I lose, I lose." Dude, people severely underestimate how random this game is from week to week. Anyone can win in any given week. Being able to skip a round of playoffs in fantasy football is so incredibly valuable. Do not take your foot off the gas. Get that bye week. I mean, my goodness, have I had absolute wagon teams lose to the biggest loser teams ever that just barely creep into the playoffs. Do not take your foot off the gas. Get that bye week. Get the best possible seed that you can so you can play the worst teams in the playoffs. It is crucially important. Don't ever go into a week with an empty spot on your team unless it's in some sort of very specific format. Drop somebody, pick up a defense. Drop somebody, pick up a kicker. End of rant. Okay?
Beautiful. Well said, sir.
End of rant. So here's what we're going to do today. As always on the Thursday show, start sit questions, take priority all week long. We've been doing waivers. We've been doing trades. We've been doing a little DFS action. We're going to do start sit questions. We're going to hit on anybody that puts one in the chat. We're going to hit on the super chats first and foremost. If we have members in here that are asking questions, because that's the way that works. And we're going to get to all of them today to make sure that you guys are set and good to go. We're also going to give you guys a couple picks for tonight's game. We've been looking at Underdog over there, doing a little pick 'em, and we're going to throw you a couple of those picks probably around the halfway point or so. So, Bender, unless you have some giant news or anything to throw out there, why don't we jump in and see what the chat's got for us?
What's more giant than Jim Romedy here, who's a paid Fantasy Alarm subscriber? So let's jump right in because I don't really have any other news. I know everybody's freaking out about James Cook, and we'll talk more about James Cook and whether or not because we need to see whether or not he practices today. That's first and foremost. So let's get to Jim's questions here, since he's a member. And you guys remember that if you want to join up, you want your questions bumped to the top. Well, here you go. There's a join button over on the Fantasy Alarm YouTube page. I won't put us into that whole like share the screen or whatever, but like underneath the title of the show here on the YouTube page, you'll see a little button. It's either if you're in light mode, it's a dark button. If you're in dark mode, it's a white button. It says join. Again. It's $4.99 for a month, and all your questions automatically go to the top of our queue so that we can make sure that we help you guys out 100%. You can do a super chat, just kind of post a question right now and throw a buck or two on there if you want, but why not just join and be a member? So there you go. That's my pitch. Hey guys, y'all have helped me go from last place to draft to second place. I had to join the family, which I absolutely love hearing, Jim.
Love to hear it, Jim. Welcome to the family. Glad you're a part.
Family, my friend. 10-team PPR. I've got Nico Collins and Keenan Allen. Pick 2 to add. Troy Franklin going tonight. Shakir, Addison, Downs, Pierce, Rashid Shaheed. Darius Slayton needs someone this week and rest of season. I mean, listen, I like all of those guys as possible ads here. Who's your favorite?
I'll tell you the guy that I'm super bullish on now all of a sudden is Rashid Shaheed. Man, we have the need for Shaheed big time. And I'll tell you why. Last year we were in on Shaheed in this system specifically because what they do is they use the fullback, they use multiple tight ends. It highly consolidates the targets among the top couple guys. And then the other thing they do is they go out and they use a ton of pre-snap motion. There are a bunch of teams that use a very similar pass scheme to this. The 49ers, the Dolphins, and that's what they do. They use two wide receivers primarily, a bunch of tight ends and a fullback, and they do all this motion to get these guys in space, these speedy guys. It works so well for Tyreek Hill. We've seen what it's done for the guys with the 49ers. We saw how efficient Brock Purdy was in 2023 under Clint Kubiak when he was the pass game coordinator over there. Like, he had an incredible year while the team was bottom 3 in pass attempts, and that's what Sam Darnold is right now. And Shaheed is showing up from day one, knowing the playbook, going from the team he was on to a team where he's going to be a highly consolidated target. Not to mention, Shaheed is one of like 5 guys in the league this year, Howard, that has caught 4 passes in every single game. It's literally him, Rashee Rice, Trey McBride, JSN, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Like, he just went from being an okay guy to being a guy that could be must start rest of the way, man. So the fact that Shaheed's out there, and this goes for everybody out there, check and see if he's available because he just got a big boost, man. Big upgrade. I love it. Sam Darnold's one of the best deep ball passers in the league statistically right now.
85.1% accuracy rate on
Yes,
deep
that's
passes.
insane.
That's Sam Darnold, right?
That
I mean,
guy,
can
yeah.
you tell I've been defending the name of Sam Darnold all week that I can pull out kind of a stat out of my
Love
ass
that,
right
man.
now?
I have so much Sam Darnold in best ball for that reason alone, just because he was going off the board at QB 28. I was like, you know what? What if the guy that got MVP votes is at least okay this year playing with superstars like JSN? So I'm in on Shaheed. That's the move. And I would start Shaheed over Keenan Allen. That's where I'm at with him.
Now the
Even,
the
I know you don't
second
have
name
to.
that the second name that I would add here with Shaheed would be Addison. I mean,
Yeah.
I just feel like, I mean, listen, I like Troy Franklin and I love the targets that he's seen in the last couple of games, but we've seen Denver's offense go up and down a little bit. Downs, Pierce, same thing, matchup based kind of guys. I like Pierce more than I like Downs. I like Darius Slayton as the deep threat for the Giants, but Addison it's in a more electric offense. JJ McCarthy's back. They just got back Christian Darrisaw. Their offensive line is getting healthy, and Kevin O'Connell loves to throw the football. So I would say Addison and Shaheed would be the 2 names that I'm adding here.
That's exactly how I would do it too. And you got to factor in the guys that are available. I mean, if guys like Franklin and Shakir and Downs are on the wire, there's going to be viable guys. Go for upside. Addison and Shaheed. Bender just got a new member here.
Boom, there he is. It's our good friend Salty Bag of Nuts.
My daughter Lainey was wearing my new member glasses the other day.
I don't have new member glasses. I only have Twitch glasses here.
I've been wearing the ones with the sparkles in them as the new member glasses. Yes. The sparkly glasses got taken off the desk. Maybe I'll wear the Miami Flus for the new member today.
There you go. There you
go.
I've been back and forth with him on Twitter for the last couple of weeks here. So fantastic that you found us here, and we appreciate you joining up. Welcome to that family, baby.
Yeah, throw your questions and we'll get them right to the top. We have no other member questions in right now, so let's go into the people who were early. And it's our guy Josh Latshaw, dude. Big shout out to him. One of the most generous with his time and his money when it comes to fantasy football charity. So love to see you hanging out here. I'm at work, so I'm tossing this in here early while the boss isn't looking. Josh. Need a flex, not literally flex, and Thursday player. Full PPR, Stephon Diggs, Vidal, Troy Franklin, Alec Pierce, Colston Loveland. So in PPR, I mean, Diggs is the safe play, but is there a spicy play you like better from that crew? That's a spicy crew.
It's a spicy crew, but I mean, I think that if I'm looking for just a good, stable guy here, Stephon Diggs, New England in this matchup here this week for me, I mean, they're at home, right? They're at home this week. No, they're on the road in Tampa. In Tampa, that's right. And that secondary has been bad. That's been really bad. And I feel like this is a good spot for them. I think it's a good spot for Drake May. I don't know if anybody saw my tweets yesterday about it, which was very, very upsetting that I had to admit it. It was like we were talking about strength of schedule moving forward. And it was like, who's a player that you would want to trade for right now? And I've got a couple of leagues where I lost Jaden Daniels. I have a couple of leagues where I lost Kyler Murray. And so I've been making some moves for Drake May. That schedule coming out is just, I mean, it's great. And so, yeah, I apologize to all my Jets brethren on that one there. But so I'm in on Drake May here going up against Tampa Bay.
Shout out Johnny and Pemba, who has perhaps one of the largest collections of Drake May cards in the state of Massachusetts. Feeling like a good investment right now. So, and Josh, I love that you have the right guy to start and you have a bench full of upside plays because that's how you build the team. Hopefully, if Troy Franklin goes out and gets 10 targets again tonight after he's gotten so many and he actually does something with them, that's why you stash guys like that. Same with Alec Pierce. Now that Adonai Mitchell's gone, they've made their decision. It's done. Happy Thursday. What's popping? Tight end premium. Bateman, Shepard, Ingram tonight. Need one. I don't hate. I'm not going to go Shepard, right?
Yeah, I'm definitely not going Shepard. I'm my problem is that they're not using Evan Ingram in the Joker role.
They're not.
They're not.
Well, they're using him in like the mini Joker role where he gets like, right?
He's like Cesar Romero Joker, not Heath Ledger Joker.
Well, you know, they
if that makes sense to you out there, you're my kind of person.
I got one for the young crew. He's like Lego Joker. This is Lego Batman. We got Lego Joker playing like, dude. Last week he played. This is how crazy bad it is. Last week he had his second highest snap share on the year, and it was like 51%. It's not enough, man. And it can be enough if they use him like Dalton Kincaid, where every time he's out there, he's getting the ball, but they're just not doing it. So the tight end premium kind of keeps me in here, but I think you go Bateman here. Bateman ran the same number of routes last week as Zay Flowers, which is a change from what they typically do. That before they were kind of rotating guys around. I think they finally admitted that DeAndre Hopkins is just a every once in a while 3 wide receiver set guy now. So Bateman, I think we go Bateman. Bateman, he's on my streaming article this week. He was in my video when I mentioned I did my deep streamers here. Thank you. Me, myself, and my salty balls are here.
Only because you're a member do we put that on the screen here, right?
He was not a member when he said that, though. And his name is Salty Bag of Nuts.
Comment posted.
If your name is Salty Bag of Nuts, we put that up. If Jerry Nelson said that, we all put that. Thanks for the Caleb suggestion last week. Stafford or Caleb this week, 6-point passing. So good job getting those two quarterbacks in that format. I think I have Caleb at 8 this week. Let me check and see where I have Stafford. Do you have a lean? Do you have a strong lean?
I'm leaning towards Caleb here going up against the Giants. It's a home game for him. I think that, I haven't seen anything negative about the weather at all. So I think he's got to be able to carry some momentum in from that game last week. I know it was he struggled at times, but he still ended up helping lead that team downfield. They got lucky with that 58-yarder to Loveland.
Right.
But I think he's going to be throwing in this one here. I think it's going to be like him and Jackson Dart are going to be slinging the rock pretty heavily in this game.
It's so funny, football in that way, that like that play and those stats never should have happened. 9 times out of 10, that play, they don't even get the ball back in that situation, right? So like,
which is why it's crazy that everybody's asking for Loveland this week. Like all of a sudden, Colston Loveland is, maybe he plays a couple of extra snaps, but depending on the health of Cole Kmet. But like everybody wants to, a guy puts up a huge game and everybody wants to start him next week without any kind of context.
Dude, it happens every year. And every year at the beginning of the year, I warn people, I'm posting stats. I'm like, oh, by the way, this team went into overtime. They played 90 offensive snaps. Like, that's not going to happen again. It happened with the Bears last year. The the start of the year, like, they had all these overtime games, and then it turns out you can't throw 150 targets to everybody on the team. But, yeah, I'm with you on that. I have Caleb at 9, Stafford at 11. And just for this next question here for Jerry, we do like Sam Darnold as a streaming option, but I do have him at 13 this week. Not because he's a bad option. I love Darnold,
Yeah.
He's QB 13 on the year, but
Stafford's a better option.
there's too many good options this week.
I mean, that's I tell you, man, that's the classic. It's a classic joke, right? A mom buys her son 2 ties, a red one and a blue one. The next morning, he comes downstairs wearing the red tie. She's like, "What? You don't like the blue one?"
right.
Right. Somebody has to be ranked lower. It just
Like,
happens.
I could find a way to get Darnold into my top 12 if I were to. You could make an argument for him over maybe Goff, but Goff has Washington. It's like it's just hard to get him in there. I'm going to start Dart against the Bears. Bo Nix plays the Raiders. You're not going to bench guys like Mayfield or Drake May. So, I tried to finagle him in there. So go Stafford, but don't drop Darnold. Hang on to him. Hold them both. Half PPR start 3. Olave, Brees Hall, DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, Troy Franklin, RJ Harvey. And then we'll get the second one after.
I mean, the big problem here is that it's Cleveland's run defense, and you can't run between the tackles. Does Brees Hall get outside work? Like, I have a hard time knowing that these are the options here. I have a hard time sitting Brees Hall. I'm going to go with Brees Hall. I'm going to go with Chris Olave.
Yeah.
And then the third one here, I'm probably going to lean DJ Moore, Troy Frank.
The thing with Keenan Allen is a weird player, man. He's the weirdest player right now. Because, dude, he's got like 4 catches in every game.
Right.
But he plays like
minimal snap share. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very strange, man. I think you just start Moore against the Giants. I think you just do that. And if Moore does nothing against the Giants this week, then maybe you never start him again.
Right.
And
if Troy Franklin goes off tonight, we're sorry.
Yeah, I mean, Troy Franklin, he's getting the looks, man. But
sure, but 10 targets, 4 catches for 52 yards, right? I mean, that's kind of what we're looking at, and that's problematic, I think.
He's living on touchdowns. Let me just make sure I don't actually have Troy Franklin ranked. Dude, I have them back to back in my rankings. I have DJ Moore 31, and I have Troy Franklin 32. And I have Keenan Allen 28.
Is today hump day? I thought everybody humps on the weekends.
Oh, that's my full PPR. In half PPR, I do have DJ Moore ahead of Franklin and Keenan Allen.
Okay,
so there you go. I have more 29.
All right,
Franklin
let's move on, Coop. We got a lot of questions.
If you're a Fantasy Alarm member, you can access my rankings at any time. By the way.
Right? Why are you taking so long here? Come on.
Hey, I just want to be thorough. Okay. Hey guys,
being thorough and like taking time away from our illustrious subscribers here, my friend.
Baker Mayfield over Sam Darnold is the other half of that question. Zay, hey guys, 2 questions. Rest of season tight end. We hate rest of season questions, but we will entertain you. Would you rather have McBride or Warner?
Sure, it's Warren.
Warren, yes.
Yeah.
I'd rather have McBride, man. He's just been ahead in every category. Target machine, quarterback up. Dude, Jacoby Brissett, last year, 2 touchdowns with Kyler Murray. This year with Jacoby Brissett, 4 touchdowns over the last 3 games for McBride. Like, McBride doesn't get better. Who's better flex start this week, Aaron Jones or Franklin?
I'll go Franklin here.
Yeah. Aaron Jones got a shoulder issue, which isn't a big deal when you're the starting running back, but when there's another guy there that does the shoulder stuff in Jordan Mason, it is a problem. Caleb or Stafford? We already just said Caleb.
Yeah, we said Caleb. We got this one already. Yeah.
I meant happy Thursday. This was good shot me. I was like, yeah,
talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh my god, dude, the guy I just gotta say, at a gas station this morning, this guy was so crazy high. I went to get a breakfast sandwich and he's like, "Oh, bro, I made that." And I was like, I know for a fact they microwave these from frozen. And I was like, "Thank you, dude. These rock." He's like, "You got it, man." Oh, bro, I made that. Like, right. Okay, thank you, dude. Hey guys,
y'all got this already.
We got that. Cool.
Go down to 2 socks, my. There he is.
2 socks.
What's up, 2 socks?
Half PPR, 10 team, 2 wide receivers. London, Egbuka, Sutton.
How's it in Canada, my friend? How's it up there?
Yeah,
or over there, I guess. You're to my left, to my right.
Which way to your. Actually, I don't know which way you're facing. Either way, London, Egbuka, or Sutton. I'm going the first 2.
Yes, me too.
Yeah. Can't go away from London after what he did. And Egbuka, I mean, he's just been awesome. Sutton's a good matchup too, but you're talking about guys that are just like must start at the top.
10-team league. Great
Yeah.
guys have to sit on the bench. It's just the way it goes. 2 flexes here. Pittman, Addison, Flowers. I'll tell you what, Coop. I mean, Pittman is a must.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times we have to like clear this with people, right? Average 7 targets, 5 catches, 60 plus yards now after a big 100-yard game, and touchdowns in 6 of 8.
Right. Like he's just one of the key pieces of one of if not the best offense in the league.
And it's
So
a tough matchup here against Atlanta, but he's still your guy. He's still your guy.
Yeah.
The question here is Addison versus Flowers. And I'll tell you what, I'm actually kind of leaning Flowers here over Addison. Pretty similar matchups here, but Flowers is the go-to guy for
I love Flowers.
Lamar Jackson.
I have Flowers ranked as wide receiver 1 this week. Well, I mean wide receiver 12, but still. I love the matchup versus the Vikings. Lamar Jackson's back. Conditions are perfect. I'm liking it a lot. And then Mayfield versus Goff. It's gonna be Mayfield for me.
Yeah, I mean they're so close. I have them like one after the other here on my sheets. But yeah, I'll lean Mayfield.
Right. And the difference is Mayfield he'll get outside the pocket and he'll try and run it himself sometimes. And Goff will never ever do that. And that's just a little bit of extra upside. Kincaid or Hunter Henry.
We go Kincaid here. I mean, Miami's terrible. We know that. But he's also just the work that he's getting. Like Coop said before, every time he's on the field, he's running routes and he's seeing targets. So
Keenan Allen of tight ends. That's what they're calling Dalton Kincaid these
that's
days.
not what they're calling him.
But he kind of is. He kind of is. I have it ranked that way as well. I have Henry ranked a little higher than we had the last couple weeks. Bad matchups for Henry lately, but I have him like 10. I have Kincaid 8. And Dunn need 2 flex in tight end premium. JMO, Pierce, Schultz, Henry. Not gonna use Schultz, but Henry's on the table in tight end premium. What do you think?
JMO I think Henry's on the table in tight end premium. I mean, it's a good matchup against Tampa Bay. It's not a great matchup against Tampa Bay.
Not great.
But I don't mind it because the problem is like I like JMO because I like the fact that offensive coordinator John Morton has talked specifically about getting him more involved, got him more involved this past week, found the end zone, which was great. I mean, he hustled for that. So I like JMO here. I can go with Henry as a safer tight end premium play than I really want to go with like Alec Pierce, who's just, I mean, he's a deep threat.
And the safeties are very good for the Falcons, right? Yeah. It's Jesse Bates and that kid Xavier Watts, 3rd round pick, defensive player of the month in September. That's just a good pick for them. So what are you gonna do?
And no, we can't start Chuba, and we cannot.
No, we cannot start Chuba, not right now. Not while you're starting Dowdle either. No. There's really not a lot of teams like that this year where I just say even starting Gibbs and Montgomery, I don't like it. There's not really a lot of teams where I'm like, yeah, just start them both.
Yeah, Walker Charbonnet probably the only
closest, yeah, for sure. Because you're just getting all of it for a good run game. I have Mahomes on bye, best streaming QB, Mariota, Mills, Penix. Not Mills, brother. Not Mills.
And I'll tell you what, now that Sauce is in that secondary for Indianapolis, I'm shying away from Penix now. I think you might have to just go with Mariota. Hope he runs one in.
I kind of like Mariota here. With Cam Ward on bye, I was able to finally answer the question of who I rank last without Cam Ward in there, and it's Davis Mills. And I don't think that's super controversial. Sorry for the list of names. Need 4 in PPR. Hall, Gadsden, White, QJ, Romeo, Tyler Warren, Jameson, Shakir. Oof.
Hall.
All for sure.
Warren.
Mm-hmm.
JMO.
Yep.
Then it comes down to either Gadsden, QJ, or Dobbs. One of those 3.
No Shakir, full PPR. He is kind of boring. He's boring.
Do they really need to throw against Miami?
No. I'm going Breece Hall, Warren, JMO. And why not Romeo coming off a big week?
Why not Romeo?
Yeah. Why not him coming off a big week? With no Tucker Kraft, we could see another one from him. Trade off waivers. I have Goff for Darnold. Maybe Rodgers. I have Mayfield as well. Trade. don't know if I understand that one too, Socks. Do you understand what he's trying to say, Howard?
I guess he's got Goff. He wants to know if he should swap him out for Darnold or Rodgers. He's already got Mayfield out there.
No, just use Goff.
Yeah.
Just use Goff. Gino, what up? Welcome back on in. We'd love to have you. Loveland or Mason Taylor, and done with the tough ones here. Let's assume, for the sake of things, that Cole Kmet is out.
If Cole Kmet is out, then it's got to be Loveland.
Yes, and if Cole Kmet plays, it's Mason Taylor.
There you go.
Simple as that. Then need one from the other tight end. Vidal, Addison, JMO, no 10 in premium. I'll just go Vidal.
Yeah. I like that trade for Trevor Penning on the offensive line, kind of shore that up a little bit. I'm okay with that. I think Vidal, there's nobody competing for touches in that backfield.
Nope. I'm not worried about Jarrett Patterson. Home league trade, half PPR. My Bowers for his London. I have CD and Diggs, really at wide receiver. Juwan and Mason at tight end backing up Bowers. He's got options.
He's got options, but I mean, is it better for him to try and find a waiver wire wide receiver over Ridley as opposed to losing Bowers and trying to go at it with Juwan or Mason? Like, I kind of feel like I'd want to keep Bowers and just kind of build out my wide receiver core off the waiver wire.
Yeah. The fact that Luke is listing Ridley at all here is kind of a huge red flag, though, for what's available out there. You know what I mean? So if there's nothing out there, dude, I think you do it. But shoot me a text, dude, or post in the Discord, however you want to reach out to me with the rest of the information there. Give me a screenshot. That's what I want. I want a screenshot of the wire. PPR, pick 2, which you can do if you are a Fantasy Alarm member and you're in the Discord. You post your whole damn team.
You know, funny that you should say that, Andrew, because I was thinking, how could I be a Fantasy Alarm member? And then I was like, if only there was a QR code sitting on the screen. If only somebody could tell me a promo code to use when I sign up. But, well, would you look at that? Here you go. Here.
How's it work?
Well, it's very simple. You take your phone and you boop on that QR code, and that automatically brings you over to fantasyalarm.com/YouTube. It automatically populates the code YT50, and it automatically deducts 50% from your first month subscribing. And I'll tell you what, for $20 for a month's worth of the Fantasy Alarm All-Pro subscription, you'll easily pay for the rest of it. DFS, betting, prop picks, you name it, we got it. And you know what? I'll tell you what. Let's do something even better here, Coop. Not only are we giving them the ability to become a Fantasy Alarm subscriber at a major discounted cost, but we're going to also throw down for them. How about a little bit of Underdog? How about that?
Yes.
Do you want to have a way to pay for your subscription? Well, I'll tell you what, folks. I've got this other QR code sitting right here. You could also go to fantasyalarm.com/underdog. Use the promo code ALARM. When you play $5 for these 2 picks that we're just going to give you right now, they're going to give you $100 in bonus cash. Coop, what do you think? You got to play for them?
Genius. Win tonight and then use that to become a member. And I'll tell you, I got one here. It's a fan favorite bet of ours. You know, we do a lot of different ones. We do the tackle monsters. We do the long boy. How about a good old fashioned short boy?
No.
Yeah, we're doing it. I know people are real jazzed up about the 2 tight end sets that the Raiders are going to be running tonight. With Jacoby Myers gone, but I just don't really see. I've watched Michael Mayer for a while now. I don't know what they're thinking with this line set at 13.5 yards for him, but you can just bet on him to not have a 14-yard reception at any point, and I think that's a beautiful thing. You can go lower on the 13.5-yard short boy for Michael Mayer. If he doesn't catch a pass at all in the game, which is entirely possible, you win. If he catches 1 pass for 5 yards, you win. If he catches 10 passes and none of them are 14 yards, which is pretty long for a backup inline tight end, then you win. So the Michael Mayer short boy is on the menu tonight, under lower than 13.5 yards. The short boy's back. I will warn everyone, though, it is the worst sweat possible.
It's so agonizing.
Because you can't win the win until the game is over. At any moment, he could just catch a random pass. It could be the very last play of the game. So it is a brutal sweat. But I'm telling you, I don't believe in Michael Mayer having a big play.
I'll give you what I'm a little bit more confident in than the short boy, and I'll just take Bo Nix higher than 1.5 passing touchdowns. He's gone higher than this number in each of his last 3 games. He's gone higher in 4 of his last 6. And when we're looking at this this secondary here for the Las Vegas Raiders, are they going to be able to keep tabs on Troy Franklin and on Cortland Sutton and on Evan Engram and on Pat Bryant? So I kind of look at this situation here where Bo Nix, and then of course, let's not forget that he loves throwing these little passes out to the flat to RJ Harvey inside the red zone. So Bo Nix higher than 1.5 passing touchdowns. You can pair that up with the Michael Mayer short boy lower than 14 receiving yards on that one. And then, we'll do that. I also have another video. It's going to be posted over on the Fantasy Alarm YouTube page as well. I got a couple of more underdog picks that you guys are going to want to jump in on. So again, zap that QR code or go to fantasyalarm.com/underdog. Use the promo code ALARM when you sign up. They'll give you a free $100 in bonus cash when you play just $5.
Boom. Get it up, get it in, and then get yourself a membership at Fantasy Alarm, and we'll go. All right, here we go. PPR pick 2. Okay, real quick. Luke says that he also has Pittman on that team. So, yeah, you don't got to do that trade,
Wait,
man. You got CeeDee Lamb, Pittman, and Diggs as wide receivers.
Oh, my God. Luke,
Leaving
man.
Pittman out.
Off the cush, buddy. Off the cush.
That's our guy. PPR, pick 2. Kenneth Walker, DJ Moore, Vidal, Bam Knight.
Well, it's definitely not Bam Knight.
Mari DiMercado, who would have guessed?
Everybody
Bam
dropped them.
The Bam Knight versus Michael Carter nonsense, only for it to be Mari DiMercado, is just trademark. That's just perfect. I'll probably just start the 2 running backs, man. My
Vidal and
confidence
Kenneth
in DJ
Walker.
Moore. Yeah, my confidence in DJ Moore is pretty low right now. Not gonna lie. Marks, Vidal, Tracy.
Only one here. I think I'd probably go with Vidal. I do like Tracy this week. I think it is a decent matchup for him. But I'm probably just going to stay with Vidal because there's no competition for touches. He doesn't have a Devin Singletary lurking behind him. So that's where I'm going.
Yeah. Is Tracy, did he practice? Keep an eye on him for practice because he kind of, at the end of last game, was banged up a little bit. So it's definitely Vidal. I'm watching the Tracy news here because he was definitely nicked up. I went back and watched that game, and he was being tended to, and it was all Singletary to end the game. Need 2, A.J. Brown, Garrett Wilson, Pittman. Pretty good crew.
It is a very good crew. It's a tough matchup here for Pittman, but A.J. Brown has just been good. Yeah. Where do you want to go with this one?
I mean, have to add Garrett Wilson to the rankings because when I originally did them, he wasn't practicing yet. So I'm probably going to have Wilson. He's a top 15 option.
I think Brown and Wilson are the way you have to kind of lean here. As good as Pittman has been, I mean, you're also talking about, elite level wide receivers, and I'm not enamored by that Green Bay secondary at all.
Yeah. And it's like Pittman. This is 1 week he's going to face like AJ Terrell here. The good news here is that you give Pittman the break for the other guys. If Pittman goes off, now he's matchup proof for the rest of the year because this is probably the toughest. It is the toughest secondary right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. If you don't trust AJ Brown, who's questionable, right? We still need to see if AJ Brown's actually going to play.
Yeah.
So
Pittman's a safe lower upside play, but because like Garrett Wilson's playing his first game back too.
Yeah.
But the upside plays are Brown and Wilson. Should I drop Aaron Jones or Woody Marks? Ooh.
Yeah.
I feel like can't drop Aaron Jones the way he first came back, got the bulk of the work in most
Yeah.
phases.
I feel like Marks is the drop here.
Yeah. I wonder what Joe Mixon was spotted at the game up in like one of the in the suites, Howard, hanging out with like ownership. So he's like around the team. I
Good
don't
for him.
know what's going on with that. Yeah, I mean, like, that's not good at all. I've been getting trade offers for Lad McConkey, Addison, and another for Dubs. I declined. No, keep McConkey,
Yeah, keep McConkey.
especially in Dynasty, dude. So if I come a member, I will not be censored. Well, that depends, Greg.
Well, yeah. I mean, anybody else, no, they wouldn't be censored. You, on the other hand, Greg, different story.
We got a special mute button just for the Greg Martinez.
Just for the
special mute
Greg
button.
Martinez mute button. Which congratulations, he finally listened, and he was only playing 2 picks at a time on Underdog, and he won last night. Good
There
job.
you go, dude.
What he's doing playing basketball and hockey is beyond me.
I
That's
I like listening to Impemba and Grande. I have no idea what they're talking about, but I just like being part of it.
But you
I like
know
being
it
part of the fun.
works.
Yeah. Michael Wilson, Alameda Zacchaeus, Diami Brown, or should I drop one for Xavier Leggett? That's pretty gross. Probably
That is pretty gross, but I think I would give. I mean, I'd probably use Zacchaeus here
yeah,
against
it's
the
him for sure.
Giants.
It's him for sure. They like him. I don't know
Luther
why.
Burden did return to practice, but I still think Zacchaeus is the guy you want.
He was playing over him even then and getting looks every week. So yeah. Keenan Allen, Darius Slayton, Christian Watson, Fannin, Otten. Pick 2 full PPR.
I mean, I almost want to just go with the first 2 and Allen and Slayton.
That's what I'm doing for sure. Keenan Allen's good and full PPR is where you start him. Superflex PPR, need 1, please. Bryce Young or go with Rashid Shaheed or Jacoby. I'm just going the quarterback. For the thing with the quarterbacks is that it's very difficult for them not to get 10 points. So when you really compare them to the regular run-of-the-mill guys, you'll almost always just start any quarterback who's starting. You know, it has to be a rare, terrible, terrible game for them to be. I mean,
Dude,
put it
Ted
this way:
McMillan versus Alante Taylor.
Ted McMillan, that's a big play. But the thing is, like, even Spencer Rattler, he had 1 game where he didn't have 10 PPR points. So Bryce Young is fine. Full PPR, need 1 RB and 2 flex. Marks, Sharps, Singletary, JMO, Moondog, Troy Franklin, Theo Johnson. So 1 has to be an RB, and we're probably going to go Woody Marks, right?
You want to go Woody Marks there? Yeah, I guess over Sharps.
Sharps is like just such a touchdown, or both those other guys are just fishing for touchdowns, right? Sharps and Singletary.
All right, so Marks here, and then 2 flexes. I mean, I really like Theo Johnson this week, but I don't know if I like him over JMO or Franklin.
It's JMO and Franklin. JMO and Franklin. Franklin's getting the targets, and he actually, he had 3 touchdowns over the last 3 weeks. Last week we just did nothing with his
and yet you opted to go with the short boy instead of higher than for Troy Franklin.
I looked at it; it's like 21 yards. It's very long. It's a long boy for Franklin. That's why I wanted it. I wanted to do it.
DeMercado's the one to keep here.
Yeah, for sure. DeMercado for those veteran, good punt play for a DK single entry this week.
I mean, I don't mind. I don't hate it. I really, I think it's a fine, play here at paying down, right? But I mean, it's Seattle's run defense is definitely solid. I mean, DeMercado gets like the outside work. He'll get the pass catching work. So maybe he gets a couple of extra checkdowns here from Jacoby Brissett. I don't hate it. I definitely don't hate it. Is it going to be my number 1 like punt play? No, but I don't mind it at all.
Yeah. No, it does not look like Trey Benson is going to be coming back. DMP yesterday. We'll see. But yeah, if Benson's out, it's not a bad move. It would have been a good matchup this week, which is a real shame. I need Benson back.
It's not a good matchup this week. Benson against the Seattle run defense.
Well, for pass catching for DeMercado, you can throw to running backs against the Seahawks.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Pass catching for DeMercado, it's a good play here. For Benson, not so much.
Yeah, Benson's probably not even going to play anyway. Let's see. No rest of season questions noted. You can do them, but it is a weekly game. I did get a text. Okay,
Does
check.
anybody else think that Coop's track jacket here, Patriots track jacket, should be like a Dun Kings kind of tracksuit sort of a thing here?
Well, I wish I had it done after
It's so you.
I had to bust out after you were talking about Patriots on the show last night. I had to bust it out for today. Dusted her off.
So grimy.
The Dun Kings need two. Dave
Good to see
Montgomery.
Gus Edwards not playing football, but playing fantasy football nowadays. I love that. Thank you, Gus. We appreciate you being here.
Dave Montgomery, Zach Charbonnet, Chris Olave, Xavier Worthy, Jameson Williams. Thanks a bunch.
All right. So I'm going to, for me, it's Olave and JMO. That's where I'm leaning right now. Xavier Worthy's on a bye this week, so you can't use him.
Right.
Sharps is touchdown dependent. Montgomery doesn't really get as much work as you would like him to get.
No, he doesn't.
So Olave and JMO for me.
Yep. Hey guys, super flex. We did that one already. Bryce Young. Going good in Alberta, hovering 1 degree Celsius. What's that?
It's cold.
We need that in freedom units, bud. What's that? Let me guess. 34 degrees Fahrenheit. Somebody convert that. No, that would be 30 degrees Fahrenheit.
30 degrees Fahrenheit. But you're good way to bring the math into it. I like that.
We're in the neighborhood, dude. Smart. Fannin or Kincaid? Kincaid.
Yeah, definitely got to go Kincaid here.
Because Fannin himself, with Njoku back last week, even with Njoku getting ramped back up, still only ran like 70% of the routes. He's not a full-time guy when they're both playing. Need one. Jordan Mason, Chuba Davis, Juwan Jennings, Standard League.
Need one.
Not Chuba or Davis.
What's that?
It's not Chuba or Davis.
No, it's Juwan Jennings here. I'm going with. I'm going with Coop. We've got some paid questions that we actually have to attend to here. If that's cool with you.
Absolutely.
Number one right here. Tyler Sperry throwing in a little super chat. Hey, I only need Stroud for a week. Someone dropped him. Do you think he would play by week 12 for Herbert's bye? I mean, I think he'll be back. I think he's just dealing with a concussion right now. So I do think that he's back. But yeah, I'm not.
He gets Buffalo that week, and that's a Thursday.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily need to stash him. And if there's any other options, throw them in the chat right now. But I think I would consider. I mean, it really depends how deep a league. He's not really a guy you have to stash. If you can put him in an IR spot, then yeah, I would do that. But like, he's not really a guy you go crazy to stash. I dropped him in a league where I'm just never going to use him.
Yeah, I dropped Stroud as well.
So,
all right, another paid question here from Fred. 12-team half-point PPR. Which one should I start this week? Danny Dimes or Jackson Dart? I'm going with Jackson Dart here.
I still have Dimes at even because he just has better weapons and he's better team. I know it's a bad matchup, but I don't trust Dart.
Okay. Sorry, Fred. We're split on this one here. I'm going to go with Dart. He's going with Dimes. DM7819, another member question here. Would love to get those. I've got Kyren Williams, Genty at running back, Sutton and Jacoby at wide receiver with Harvey in the flex. Without knowing if A.J. Brown will play, who do I move around just in case Brown plays? You gotta, I mean, yeah. Like, who else do you have? What are your other flex options there? Because I'm more on the line of, you know what? I mean, put A.J. Brown in for Jacoby Myers, and if Brown doesn't play, then you just put Myers in there.
Yeah, I'm worried about Myers. So unlike Shaheed, who already knows the playbook, they came out and said that Liam Cohen said that Myers is going to learn the outside role first, and then he's going to learn the slot role. So it's going to be Parker Washington the slot one more week, and then Myers is going to take that over once he learns everything. But like, I really don't want to start Myers if I can avoid it. So I think Howard's right. Put A.J. Brown in for Myers, and then if you have to go with the wire, go there. But I don't know. I think A.J. Brown's going to play. So I'm not starting Harvey tonight over him.
So you're saying you want to put A.J. Brown in the flex?
I'm saying leave I'd say put AJ Brown in for Myers and find somebody else to start instead of Myers. That's my opinion. I don't think Myers is going to be ready to go play the full
All
game
right.
this week.
So then, all right. So then, here you go. So then, yeah, it's Sutton and AJ Brown in your wide receiver spot. You can use Harvey in your flex, and Myers sits this week.
Myers sits, yeah. So I would find somebody else to start that isn't Myers from the wire if possible. Let us know what's on the wire. You might have to start Myers, but I'm worried about Myers this week. I really am.
Right. Okay. Yeah. He says no other options. His bench is all questionable on a
Well, yeah.
bye.
Well, then you got to go that way. Myers doesn't play tonight because he got traded. I think he's thinking about Myers as a Raider playing tonight, but he's on the Jaguars now, so you can wait.
Yeah, you can definitely wait on that one. I mean, it's more about glutting up your flex with Harvey on a Thursday night.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you move Harvey into the RB spot and then move Kyron Williams to the flex, you're still going to start Kyron anyway.
Exactly.
So it doesn't change anything.
All right. Another paid one. Salty Bag of Nuts says, Dynasty, should I keep holding on to Jonathan Brooks in my IR spot?
I'm holding. He's top running back drafted that year. You just got to hope that he comes back and can play football again. Sometimes, he got hurt again. What are you going to do? I hope he can play. If you put it this way, you'll know if you can drop him this offseason, but I'm holding him through this season.
Okay. All right, then let's go back to the regular questions. Thank you all for the paid questions. Sorry if we delayed the responses
that was my
there.
fault. That was my fault.
Gotcha. I know it's your fault, but that's okay. We're not blaming anybody.
I'm talking to the.
We're not blaming anybody at all for this.
I'm talking
we're not blaming anyone.
Where are you pointing at?
We're not blaming anyone.
All right.
Here we go, Brian. Best tight end stream this week. We're gonna have to go rapid fire here, Coop. We're running out of time. Mason Taylor, Otten, or Juwan Johnson. It's either Otten or Juwan Johnson for me. I think you like Johnson more than you like Otten.
I do because it's Juwan. They traded Rashid. They're playing the Panthers, the Stoneworth team versus the tight end. Conditions are good. The guy's healthy. 3 weeks in a row, double-digit PPR points. It's Juwan.
Boom. And says, is Jeremy McNichols droppable? 100%.
One of the most droppable players out there.
Yes, indeed. Evan Gittleman in the house here. Pick 2, half-point PPR. Tucker, Judy, Bam Knight, or Mark Andrews. It's definitely Andrews, and I think it's Trey Tucker also.
I like Tucker. I like Tucker. The trucker.
Trucker? You like the trucker?
Yeah, he's been good. Now with Myers gone, he just moves up one peg on that target totem pole.
Ishan says, full point PPR, my tight ends are Warren, Gadsden, and Loveland. Would you trade Warren for any two of Rome Odunze, Keenan Allen, Olave, Marvin Harrison Jr., and Higgins? Trade Warren for any two of those guys? Yeah, dude, for Marvin Harrison Jr. and Rome Odunze?
Yeah. Not Absolutely. Any two. I would trade for any two. I don't want Keenan Allen, but I would trade for any two of the other.
Yes, indeed. Another paid question here. Tyler Sperry, what is up, Tyler? Thank you so much here. Ward or Stroud? Well, now that's ugly.
So it's definitely Stroud, bro. You cannot be starting Cam Ward under any circumstances.
Yeah, I don't think
Stroud.
You can start Cam Ward.
I will even check to see who Cam Ward plays that week, but it almost doesn't matter. He plays Seattle.
Cam
plays Seattle. So yeah, we have hope long term for Cam Ward, but he's unstartable this year.
He's unstartable. Unless you get points for how many times you get sacked. Then that's a different story.
That'd be awesome, dude. Yeah.
Brad throwing down a question here. Mason, Chuba, Davis, all have potential to start this week, depending on health situations, obviously.
True.
Yeah. Okay.
True. I mean, if they were hypothetically, if the starters were out for all those teams, we would want Chuba.
There you go. All right, here we go. Start sit, half-point PPR for 2 socks. McConkey, Addison, Flowers, Pittman, Sutton.
Pittman.
It
that
is.
Crew, you don't have anybody. I need somebody truly special to start over Pittman.
Yeah, definitely.
The way he's
definitely
because he's been special.
Yeah. Pick 2 here: Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave, Juwan Jennings. Oof. I tell you, I mean, so to me, it's Wilson and Olave if Wilson's healthy and he's playing, sure.
It is. That's it. That's what it is. But you have a decent backup if Wilson's out, but you got to start Wilson and Olave. Olave's just been a target monster.
Okay. Beautiful. If Ramondre, Chubb, and Bucky are all out, what are your picks on backups in order on Rachaad White, Trevion Henderson, or Woody Marks? I've got to drop Trey Tucker to pick up White.
I wouldn't pick up White. I really didn't like how much Sean Tucker played in the last game before the bye. It was quite a bit, and it wasn't garbage time. So I don't really like Rachaad White right now. It would probably be Trevion for me, and then Woody, and then White.
Hurts or Williams against the Giants? Hurts or Williams against the Giants? It's full point PPR. Jalen Hurts?
You start Jalen Hurts.
I'm very confused. Indy, I'm very confused by this one.
He's saying he's saying I think he knows that it should be Hurts, but then he's saying Caleb Williams is facing the Giants, but it still hurts against the Packers.
Yeah, okay, I got you now.
Yeah, he's throwing the matchup in for Williams, but yeah, it is a good matchup. I do have Williams ranked pretty high, but there's a lot of guys with good matchups this week.
Yeah. Brian says, should we roll with Ray Davis if Cook sits? He was pretty good last year. I would use Ray Davis against the Miami Dolphins if Cook sits.
Yep,
yes.
That's why they have him for. That's what they have him for.
100%.
Ty Johnson will get some pass work, but in this matchup, it would be the Ray Davis show.
That's Fred's question. We got that.
We screwed
up. Tyler, that was our fault. We know that. We will let me make it up to you, Tyler. Email me, rotobuzzguy@gmail.com. Maybe I can help you out here with a free month of the Fantasy Alarm All-Pro subscription, huh?
That's on us, brother.
rotobuzzguy@gmail.com. Boom, Pittman or Addison? Would you start Mason Taylor this week also? Ooh.
I like Pittman
for sure.
I wouldn't start Taylor over those guys, but I like Taylor against the Jets. There's a lot of good tight end options this week. My DFS article for members is, if it's not up right now, it will be up. Right? It's been sent in. And, if I'm not paying up for McBride, there are a lot of good mid-tier options, man. A lot of good options out there. So definitely check that out if you're a member.
All right.
Ooh, Twitch gang.
There you go. Epic Dome, start, sit, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, 1 flex, Saquon, Warren, Genty, Montgomery, Sutton, Nico, Odunze. All right, 2 running backs out of this, Saquon and Genty, 100% there. Fact. 2 wide receivers here, Nico and Odunze. Which means that your flex comes down to Jalen Warren
or Sutton.
I'm
starting Sutton against the Raiders tonight for sure.
I am as well.
I think Nico's still a start with Davis Mills. It's a little scary, but Davis Mills isn't just some complete scrub. He's been around.
He's a little scrubby.
He's a scrub, but he's the kind of scrub that
Chubb might not play this week either. If Chubb doesn't play, then sure, it's wheels up for Woody Marks. No doubt about it.
That would be great news with Davis Mills offense.
Is Jacoby Myers going to be Jacoby? Not for first week here.
He will be eventually, though. If he can learn that, the faster he can learn that playbook, the better. I also thought it was funny that he just played the Jaguars and he was like, "Oh man, I was cash money talking trash to some of these guys." He's like, the first thing I had to do is go in that locker room and say, "Sorry, I didn't mean that," which is super fun. Get traded to the team you played last week where you're just talking trash. All right, here we go.
DeMercado here for me.
Yes, agreed.
All right. Mile High Luke. Oh, he's re-upping his supply at his annual conference in Vegas. Oh, I like that. I will definitely be on the nice list, Luke. I apologize for anything mean that I have said at all.
And I'll check my text.
All right. Oh, look at that. I got another GT Sport in the house here. Super chat. Thank you, GT. Cade Otton, Luke Musgrave, or Harold Fannin.
It's gonna be Cade Otton this week against the Patriots. They've been brutal against the tight ends. That's where I'm going.
Yes.
We want to. If you can stash all 3 of them, I want to see what Musgrave looks like, but I'm not going to start him first week. Can't do it.
Yes, I agree with that. Let's see, making sure I'm not repeating things here.
I got where we left off.
We've already gotten that one there, buddy. I got all. Let me handle the stuff here. You just sit there and look pretty in your Dunk Kings tracksuit. With Bucky looking like he's out this week, would dropping Tracy Benson for White rest of season makes sense.
No. Unless if you have to do it, you have to do it to start White. But if not as a bench play, I'd rather have Tracy and Benson. I don't trust Rachaad White.
There you go. There you go. Would you start Hunter Henry over Monty in the flex?
In the big gorilla, which is tight end premium, I would. Monty has been tough.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Cleveland D or Jet versus the Jets, or who's playing the Commanders? It's not the defense. Detroit D.
Yeah. I have Detroit at 3 and Cleveland at 4. So I actually would start Detroit.
Detroit it is. And then Tracy or Harvey. I'm leaning Tracy.
Tracy. Just keep an eye on the injury report. If he's full in practice at any point this week, it's Tracy.
Yeah.
Well, actually, just today. Just if Tracy's a full participant today, then start him. But if Tracy's limited today, maybe Harvey tonight. But keep it injury. That's an injury report one. We got to know.
Wiki wants to know, gut check, Shaheed or Horton if Kupp is out.
Shaheed. For sure. They traded for Shaheed. He already knows the playbook.
Yeah. Gus Edwards back in the house here. Would you start Olave and Juwan Johnson together or replace Johnson with Mark Andrews or David Njoku? Oh, yeah. I mean,
I would replace Johnson with Mark Andrews.
Yes.
This week.
For sure.
With Lamar back.
JJ McCarthy, Jonathan James McCarthy or Justin Fields this week? Camaro Swift.
If Swift is playing, it's Swift. Swift is great when he's healthy.
Yeah. Lad McConkey-Tonk, Badonkadonk, or Jordan Addison?
McConkey-Tonk. He's been back on the menu lately. I like the way he's been looking as of late.
We like that. And last but not least here, Michael Regine says, hi, guys. Full point PPR, 1 wide receiver, 1 flex, 1 tight end out of these. Parker Washington, Troy Franklin, Colston Loveland, Mason Taylor, Woody Marks. All right. So first and foremost, if Kmet is out, then I definitely want to get Loveland in there. 100%. 100%.
I'm also going to start Franklin tonight in the wide receiver spot because he's going to be
Franklin in the wide receiver spot.
He's going to be one of the guys, and you might as well just play him in that spot tonight. Then that frees up the flex for you for Loveland, right? Sorry. I would. So here's the thing: is I would start Woody if Chubb is out or nicked up. I think what you do is you start Franklin tonight, and you put Woody at the flex, and then if Kmet's out, it's Loveland. If not, it's Mason Taylor. Yeah, and that's how you navigate that.
And if Chubb plays, do you take Woody out of the flex and put in Parker Washington?
No, I think you just start Woody anyway.
There you go.
Because he's getting 60% of the work.
Beautiful.
All right.
Beautiful. Well, there you go, folks. Again, apologies for Tyler for missing that. Again, email me, rotobuzzguy@gmail.com, and I will hook you up with a free month of the Fantasy Alarm All Pro subscription. So that way you can just kind of take it for a test spin, see what it's all about. You threw us some cash here. Want to be able to make it up to you and show you that it is always money well spent. Oh, look, GT Sports sneaking in here again.
Got in.
Tez Pop, Calvin Austin Bateman. Pop Douglas. I just picked up Pop in like 2 leagues.
It's crazy the production he's putting up for a guy that plays 10 snaps a game. He just pops in. That's what I call him, Pop. He pops in the game, scores a touchdown, pops out. But it's going to be Tez for me tonight, this week against the Patriots with no Godwin back. I mean, no McMillan, no Mike Evans. Baker's still awesome. So it is Tez there.
All right. Fantastic. Well, then that is going to do it for us here on the show. Really appreciate you guys joining us here. Appreciate the super chat questions. Appreciate the membership, Salty Bag of Nuts. Looking forward to conversing with you on the regular. Michael Regine with a spectacular comment here on the way out. Glad you thought the same thing. Glad that we're in lockstep here. And we appreciate you listening to us, Michael, very, very much. Coop, you got any final thoughts here before we scooch on out?
Yeah. I was thinking that are we in the wrong folder? Is that really what's going on here?
Oh, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking this.
Here's what I'm
Adios, turd nuggets.